I quit traditional woodworking to do this. So that means there's going to be some changes to this channel. Before I used to do a lot of woodworking, making little furniture and talking about the tools. That worked well at the time because that's what I was doing. But I felt it was time to do some changes. And those who follow my channel, I just want to say thank you for sticking with me for all this time. But yeah, it was time for some changes, and you might have noticed that I've kind of been away for the last few months. Reason being, there's been some, like everyone else, there's things in personal life and health-wise and situations that you have to deal with outside of, your hobby or your business. And so that means I had to put YouTube sort of on the back burner for a little while. But I'm ready to come back, and I really am going to be focusing more on the art side of things, or on the stained glass illusion, or I should say maybe more focusing on the laser and what I can make with it. Because I may not just stick with the stained glass illusion type of art. I may be making some other stuff down the line. And I do want to be using the CNC a little bit more. I have it in the shop. I really haven't been using it as much as I would like to. And I do want to try and get put it to good use. I hope that you will be coming along this new journey. I apologize again that it is another switch up. I fully understand if this is not something you want to follow, but I do hope that you stick around. It might be of interest, even though it's not your core of woodworking. I do hope that you stick around. Now, of course, I'm not just going to be doing videos of how I make the art or make the pieces that I'm making. It's going to be a lot more about, I guess, again, the journey of trying to sell all of this art. Now, I have been mentioning the word art, and I have a hard time saying that because I do have a bit of an imposter syndrome. I don't consider myself an artist at this point in time, although a lot of people have said, what you're making is art. And I was invited to this art show, which of course kind of validated a little bit, but looking at others, I still feel like that I don't fall under that category as yet. I feel like I'm still learning more the technique, using the tools like the laser in making and creating stuff. But I feel like I haven't gone towards the side of, the sort of the artistic side of things, of really showing the emotion and thoughts of what I want to project into these pieces. So that I feel is going to be the next steps, and hopefully I can convey that in my videos. But as I mentioned, selling art, that's also something I want to bring up in the following videos. The approach on getting your art out there, getting it to be able to sell. And I'm sure there's going to be people from each end of the spectrum where one says don't compromise, and you make the art you want to make, and if people like it, fine. If not, fine. It's your art, and you you deal with the consequences, I guess. Or you have the other side of the spectrum, the other end, where you compromise all the way and you just make whatever people want, and not even think about how it makes you feel. So I hope to be somewhere in the middle. I guess we'll figure that out as we go through this journey. Again, I do hope you stick around to see this journey. And yeah, it's going to be a lot. I will show parts of how I make the art and come up with different ideas, but I will be looking a lot on the side of the struggles of trying to make it in the art business. So that means, getting in stores, getting in galleries, selling online, and maybe getting grants, you name it. I'm going to try them all, and I hope to share all that experience with you so that you can figure out what works for you and your art. Again, I apologize for another change, but with all the changes going on recently, it was a better fit, and I am enjoying doing this type of stuff. Because when I was doing furniture, it was exciting, and I did a lot of custom furniture, so it was always a new challenge, and I always, I enjoy doing different challenges. But it was still, even though it was a challenge, it was still similar, and there wasn't much creativity in it, and there, the timelines and deadlines and whatnot when it comes to making stuff for other people. It was getting kind of draining, so it was nice to take a break. Again, there's a lot of things happening as well on personal side of things, so needed to take a break for that reason. But it also helped me to sort of stop and step back and see what it is that I enjoy doing. And when I started making these pieces back in the fall, it just seemed to resonate for me at the time. So thank you for being so patient. So next week, I will be doing a new piece of a golf course. It's for a charity, nonprofit organization donation. I think it's a private auction that they'll be holding to raise funds. And I'll be making it about a golf course, so hopefully you'll come back to see about that. It's a great charity, and I've dealt with them before. I've given pieces to them before, and they did really well, and they really appreciate it. So I'm glad they asked me again, because it gives me practice, and I'm always happy to help the local community as much as I can. So I'll be doing the video of that, just of making the piece. I'll put the charity down below if you want to check it out. If you're living in the Ottawa region, you can check that out, because you might be wanting that piece, and maybe you can get it. I'm not sure of all the details, if it's going to be a silent auction or something else, but I'll leave a link down below again of the charity so that you can check it out, again, if you're living in the Ottawa, Ontario region. So I'm going to finish this video here. It's a short one, but I just thought I'd check in with everyone because as I mentioned, I've been kind of distant or away for a little while. I had thrown in some short videos and whatnot, but not really getting into any details. But I do want to get into everything that I'm doing now again and start fresh. So it will be more niching down of this artwork, just so you're aware. And I would really love some feedback and comments, positive, negative, or I shouldn't say negative, constructive criticism I would appreciate. And we will take it from there. But I do learn a lot from people with comments, and it also makes me question sometimes when I see comments and it's like, yeah, it's true. Maybe I am doing something that I shouldn't be doing, or whatever the situation may be. I really appreciate it. And of course, with YouTube, it all works on algorithms, and it does help to show that you like this video so that it gets shown to more people, and hopefully, again, guide me into the direction that this channel needs to be, and giving information to you that helps you just by sharing my experience. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you here next time at Dusty Workbench. Take care.